October 14th, 2021. I put up a picture on Facebook. I went into an establishment that runs off of this symbology for branding. With these colors. I got a gift card. I don't know. I think Linda got 2 gift cards. She doesn't use Dunkin' Donuts, whatever. I went in though and I paid cash that Tia Frio had given me for breakfast for this. And there's my whatever transaction for today. I was located in this while I'm doing something with this, and I'm on a piece of land that does not look like that. I'm to the north of it, but my reach is not so tall. More importantly, while I was in this place, which is called Dunkin' Donuts, my grandfather used to go to a lot, I swallowed the sun. You know, the universe, actually, let's go between this. The Milky Way has volcanic pieces of glass that others can examine at the moment, but it's not supposed to be others. But anyway, galaxy is broken, or broken into, shall we say. So there's 4 pieces I apparently swallowed before I was given this route. Not that I asked for it. In some seasonal episode or chapter, which is part of the missing pieces of what I got going on. Anyhow, so in that sense, Sinut, C-N-U-T, swallows the sun. It clothes her. It's closing and sealing parts of the galaxy that are exposed in star things before I generate new skin into this whatever. The word vitamin, the word vita, V-I-T-A, is life. It's vita. Dolce vita. It's the life. Not that I am living the life, but, and then it's vita, and then it's men, M-E-N, and then it's D, is what they say that this sunlight is. But this sunlight is at such a high, the activity of vitamin D in this level is so toxic and dangerous. But anyway, so I was in this, so Sinut would be myself, and I know that there's Aesop fable. I saw last night, I was walking on the boulevard by the Crave It Pizzeria and Subway and sandwich shop, and there was a man with some daughters that looked very not my lineage, and he was calling them Aesop. Well, the one Aesop or Aesop. So that happened. So, but they look very Mediterranean Spanish. They do not look Latin Spanish whatsoever, although that gets confusing. And then with Tel Aviv calling the calligraphy of alphabet Arab, I'm like, it's Arabi, and it's not, because I've got Azerbaijani respectful things, and then when it gets mixed in here, oh my goodness, it's like putting kerosene on the fire. Anyhow, So, in this place today, when I went for that coffee, there was a sign that said something about restaurants and gyms, and some commission that was put together at NYC. But the NYC is this new symbolic gesture that is the wrong family member, because it's not my family member, in white coats pretending to be doctors. Originally, the doctors, they were taking surveys of their own kindred to turn into planetary elsewhere. They violated their agreement with elsewhere, because they're doing all sorts of dangerous things with the children, and then the mixture of the technology and then making money on drugs. It's gone all horribly wrong. But while I was in this place, they had pennants hanging, and it had a Jets, Jets, so that's NFL, and Giants, Giants, which is NY, hanging. But the children serving the customers that come in to use the US dollhouse money, in my piece of the monopoly that I'm standing in at the moment, which is called, they make clicks that sound like New York. Whatever was working behind the counter sounded very Middle Eastern. I do not know what section. Maybe India. I have seen when they wear the sarong or the wrap in these bright, bold colors, and they walk barefoot, and there's tigers in their area that they're frightened of, along with really king cobra. So whatever section on the repulgal that they call that in, and still remain respectful, there was two women behind the counter that looked like they originated in that section of the world. Not anything, it's a big span of the globe. But certainly we're not family members. If I'm, like, when I'm supposed to be like Albania, but I don't dare say that I say Russia instead, because I'm being beaten, and this area is a little dirty for Albania to grasp as just how disgusting the world has become. All right, so that happened. So the vitamin over here, the D, the level, they also call this a UV light. Right, okay, whatever. It's like living in a fluorescent tube. It's not healthy for the human. But the humans keep playing with dollhouse money and thinking that they belong in rooms of the dollhouse that nobody wanted them in. Just saying. They furnished their own rooms and then said, no, we're staying here. Right, no, you are all now a big problem on scales that even lawmen seem to be having trouble cleaning up. All right, and this is also the day that I reported to NYPD about the 3.5 cash something fee. And I'm pretty sure that that is some kind of assurance or money laundering take back, but just like the banks have an SIPC or FDIC, I have a feeling there's an unbeknownst league that's checking on foreign currency and minting of coin and dollar and paper, while in this section of the US dollhouse. But I don't know. I mean, the symbol of that NYC, again, they get their start somewhere, and I'm not okay with what's branding itself in New York and becoming a larger and more aggressive problem. There's two shades of that coffee, that Arabic coffee, whether they call themselves Arabian or not, it's a problem because some say African, some say Arabian, some say Peruvian, let's say. I had one of those come up and make sure I knew what they looked like. And I'm like, I will take your word for it now. She said, no, I was, and I said, again, I have no way of checking, but all right, I'll make a note of it. And that was Jennifer Buzzio. She's Peruvian. Maria claims Colombian, but every Colombian I've ever seen would not take her as a family member. She is too much of something else. So that's that. Let's think about this. And that's for this area of time and whole. These are the labels that the ridiculous have been saying to my face that I have no way of genetically verifying in large scale agreed upon cataloging system, which I know exists. I just have no idea who's running that operation or how to get to it. I was just thinking about this. So that's more of the NYC inner workings that is confusing to me. I'm at Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, Broken. It's October 14th, 2021. And it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza.